We'll go through each of the things that you want to achieve and do and change and improve and all that. So you're talking health and fitness in terms of mental health and emotional health. It's the underlying belief behind that is that I'm not as worthy. I don't matter. Why do you think you have that belief about yourself? Avoiding resistance. And why is resistance difficult for you? So when you come into resistance with someone, you automatically associate that with defeat. You've set it up that way, basically. You're going to take responsibility for that. That is your narrative. That is just a story. That's not fact. This is the trap we all get caught up in. We think that's fact. We believe every thought and story we tell ourselves. We don't see that that's an optional way of thinking. We don't need the other person involved in all of this. If we've got a problem with something, we've created it. You're essentially setting yourself up there to do whatever it is the other person wants, regardless of whether you want to or not. If we don't go and honour what we truly want to do, we can't deal with it. We call it friction. We call it, I haven't got enough energy. That's all rubbish. There's nothing exhausting in being true to yourself. And if the other person has a problem with it, that is their issues to deal with. But most people spend their lives in the hope that they can change the other. It never works. It just is what it is. And I can just accept what is. I don't have to make that mean that I'm not in control of me. I'm always in control of me. This giving away your power business, that's a thought error. None of us can give our power away. Is really helpful is step one, seek to understand. Understand the world from his perspective in that moment. And when we're in fear, we tend to just freeze because if we do this, then I can't predict that, or I don't know the outcome, or, we might go through and run through in our mind the worst case scenarios. The safest thing is just to don't take action. We can just have compassion for that. For you to drop the predictable pattern that you've set up in your life, the primal brain loves because it knows the outcome of, it can guarantee you're still going to be safe, even though you feel resentful, that will all be very resistant to this change. It's just doing its job. But we'll just keep reassuring it's okay, I am safe, I can step into this new pattern, this new model that I can set up in my life. And I've always been powerful. I just didn't know it. I thought I was giving it away, but I never did. Now you're just doing it consciously. It will feel like there's more effort involved because you can't go on autopilot with it. You have to actually consciously step it out every step of the way initially until you fall into and develop a new habit of it. And different things will trigger you. And when they trigger you, you'll go back into fear mode. When we're fearful, we'll just go back with what we know. You've got to start telling yourself a new story.